everyone, my name is Maria and welcome to the channel. Today we continue playing Disco Elysium with these two amazing detectives. And the first thing I want to do today is to call Dora, because now it's 5 p.m. and I think... Oh, what's that? You can imagine why calls become terrible sometimes. Yes, I think she should be available and, not sleeping. So hopefully we can talk to her again.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue as you look at the handset.
Of course.
Life is garbage.
Life is garbage. Right, let's try.
You dial the number again, as you've done many times. You remember it well now. 001 41 44 47 11 17 361 451 67 451 451. Calling, 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 calling.
Yes, she will answer, right?
And calling for who knows how long, but no one answers. You need to insert more money to call again.
Yes, of course. Let's do that. I'm not punching this thing.
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. There's a bitter, caustic taste on the tip of your tongue as you look at the handset.
I don't understand why she isn't responding. She cannot know that it's us. It's been several hours.
Life is garbage.
What? Why I don't have any other choice?
The cold metal is hard and hurts your knuckles. You look at them, turning purple.
I don't think it's going to help, but... No, we will break it, but I don't understand why can't I just insert more money and call her again. It's so strange because it was 4 a.m. and now it should be about 8. So maybe she's just not home? But this is so strange, I don't understand. Alright, let's just go for now. And we'll figure it out. I want to change our clothes because this is ridiculous. This one. Yes, I like this one. And I think we're gonna change our hat as well. Let's bring back the horrific tie because it's additional dialogue, so why not? Right? Yes, I think this is our fit. Yes, amazing. Let's go. I like that the gloves are like the most stable thing in this game. You feel the shadow of a very large building fall on you. This is the church. The sign reads St. Brune 1147. It looks so beautiful, by the way. Let me zoom out a little. Dusty pews in the shadows. Many seem to be missing. It's already almost 6 o'clock. An altar shrouded in dark or something like that. It's too dark to tell. I wonder who is inside. Let's go.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a beam.
The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
Alright, open the padlock.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Let's go. I wonder why we can't ask for a backup. It would be reasonable, right?
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
Oh, is it Dolores Dei? I think it is. This is so cool. Right, it looks amazing. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Got it. I agree. The music. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. Feels like it's trying to become one with the church. Don't run, I remember. Fascinating. More of the forked lighting pattern you saw outside. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. So people were trying to understand something here. Oh wait, I missed it. What is it? What is it? We have a new thought. -1 suggestion. I don't know if I want this. Not now anyway, because I'm saving 1 level up point for our bookstore. The door, because I really want to see what's inside. The bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Yeah, I remember they told us about
The
it.
silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore.
But where are the people?
Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums.
Kokodadadu, or whatever that creature's name is.
You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can. Yeah, I think he needs it. Kim, sorry.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Oh, alright, stomp your feet.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
What's happening, Kim?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me. Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like that.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening around us. Maybe it's because they are standing in the middle of these plates?
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
This is a red check. We need to try. Fail. That's a shame. What is going on?
Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin.
I don't know what's happening, but so far I really like it. I didn't expect it to be so interesting. In the church, I mean. What's the darkness like? Try to make out something, anything.
There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented as you see dark and more dark rising.
Officer, what are you looking at?
He follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is you are seeing. What's the darkness like?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork. The sense of a great height.
But where are the people? I don't understand. Teenagers said that there is someone here.
It's like you see your own face reflected back at you in a vanishing geometry. A strange, alien image that's supposed to be you.
Oh. Alright. Oh! What's happening? People.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Tiago. What's happening?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Is it a statue? Is it a person? What is this? What is going on? This is fascinating.
Is that a man? Looks more like Part of the carpentry of the building came alive and is now studying you intently. The crab man.
Oh! Reaction speed, that was good. That was amazing. I completely forgot about it. This is the police. Show yourself.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
I'm not drinking anymore.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Obviously.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
That's unexpected. I'm a police officer. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. I know something, but we are recovering. So Tiago, or whatever your name is, just keep it in mind.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know
Really?
anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I can
Yeah.
smell the control all the way over here.
I really don't like this part because it's been, I don't know, it's our third day, so we haven't been drinking for 3 days. He wouldn't smell already, right? I mean, we know that he doesn't take any freaking showers, which is kind of frustrating. But no, he wouldn't smell like a drunkard, right? I don't think so. I'm doing just fine, thank you. I don't know what to say. Let's say something about white and very sad.
I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bottle. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Really, Kim? Really?
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy under the roof? What is this shit? I think that if we do this one, we'll talk to our Thai. You know, alcohol is central to... No, this is stupid. I don't even know what this is. That's all well and good, but we need to talk about unlicensed occupation. We will do that, but I want to hear what my Thai thinks.
It doesn't matter who I am, Way. I'm just bringing you the message of the mother's love. She don't want you to hang yourself on your own stubbornness.
His words echo in the cold air.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
Oh, it's the Mother of Silence. That's why the acoustics are so strange.
This mother of silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
You must be the Crabman. Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub. Do you know where the other spooker is?
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Oh, I love Spanish. I think, yeah, it's Spanish. I like the language so much. Wait, so there is another person living in the church and it's viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is.
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
I don't understand. So basically in this church there are two people who are occupying it and they just decided to live here. So you've got nothing else to tell me? How she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
Or search through her radio computer.
Easy success. You must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Sorry, you just weren't moving like a human.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
What were you before you became a crabman?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So many people losing their memory. I don't think he lost his memory, just kinda put it in the back of his mind. Or maybe he did. So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember? Sounds convenient.
Convenience has got nothing to do with what goes on up there.
Sure.
There's a profound longing in that gaze, like he wants to be one with whatever is up there, shrouded in darkness.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Here, I like that he calls himself Harrier, but here he extends his hand for a greeting. I don't think he's going to come down, but I have to try.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
Got it. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there, a way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
What will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
So does he plan, to die? It sounds like he wants to become pure and then go and, unalive himself. I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me?
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Let's agree to disagree. No, you know what? I genuinely heard a lot of stories of people who struggled with addiction and they kind of switched to religion. And if it helps, it helps. So I guess you have a point?
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Who is this mother of silence you keep talking about? Obviously, it's Dolores Dei, right?
Oh, that's no simple question, Essa. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
Wait, but Kim said that he's still on drugs. So I'm so not sure if he is or not. I think Kim knows these things, right? How did you even find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Right. I had another question.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Why was this church abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
Really? What do you mean a police raid? What were people doing here?
Did you witness it?
Not really, or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be scared? I mean, of course. And it's snowing outside and he doesn't even have a short, you know, so of course.
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So what do you think about the nightclub?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Oh, he doesn't mind.
Might even be nice to have some company.
That's nice.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Interesting. So yeah, he's trying to say that he's this being that is very religious and understands everything, but he really wants to talk to people. It's understandable, really. Wait, but we had another questions here.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Turning the church into a nightclub, I have to say it's a great idea. You should support it. I think it's a great idea if it's abandoned, you know, and if it's done somehow respectfully, so why not?
Absolutely, man. Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. I'm usually way up there, imbibing.
Imbibing, alright.
Might even be nice to have some company.
Oh, he's saying the same thing.
He said that in spite of himself.
Yeah.
He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Okay, thanks. Wonderful.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring.
Who? What?
Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
I like color brown, but you know, it's okay to be boring sometimes. I like brown. I literally have this answer. Alright, now I have to choose it.
Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's copo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out telefax.
Wait, but I'm a sorry cop. What do you mean? Wait, sorry cop. Where is the regular one? I don't even see it. Boring cop. Only 4. That's not that much. People killed 3. Oh, you mean, yeah, in his lifetime. Wait, this will be my copper type now?
Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a caste, a class even, a nation of regular law officials that you belong to. It comes, of course, with the usual benefits.
No, I'm a sorry cop. No need.
Good, of course. To outright declare yourself something does seem a bit too interesting now, doesn't it? I won't trouble you any further.
Thank you, drama. No, wait, really, we are a sorry cop and we are proud of it. Ultra-liberal, moralist, yeah, I'm fine with this. I'm not fine with fascist, that's true. I have no honor? Really? What does it mean? I haven't chosen any honorable answers? That's kinda sad, but alright, I guess. Let's check these things. Cracked pane of glass, colorful. What's this? A scarf? Pain threshold. Pain threshold! We need it for the door, right? Or not? Wait. Yes! That is amazing. I'm really happy about that. Incredible. A figure drawn in frost on the window depicting a deer. Alright, and what else? Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. I like that we have a lot of these, you know, small things to describe the church. And some bottles here also. Great. We like earning money here. What's that? A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Oh, we have shoes! No way! Are they good? Empathy, they are amazing. I am so happy. Look at this. So stylish, so cool. And we're taking the scarf. You can't even see it. That's sad. So let's keep the necktie until we come to the bookstore. Anything else? Some money. And this is the computer, I think, right? What's that about?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
A radio computer.
Amazing.
And it's turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We have a pretty good interfacing, right?
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
I think it does. Yes, but what is this strange thing? Step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. This is the machine's filament memory. Press play to access its contents.
Play?
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the ear.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Hello.
This is a human interface. A retired person sitting behind a switchboard somewhere.
What are you, a machine? No? Fortress Accident sounds familiar.
The company on whose name the terminal you're currently using has been registered to.
Do you have any other information about this company?
One moment.
Or?
Fortress Accident SCS produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says.
Interactive radio game.
Any other questions?
Sure. What's the personal log?
The filament you have inserted into the core.
You mean that glowing thing with the tape on it that said log February to March?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Is this the personal log?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Sure.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
He might. Is it my birthday? Sure. A password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? I don't know my password. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Alright. Let's go.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Oh, I think we don't have a lot of login attempts.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress Accident.
So we need to find a password.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's try to find it. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. A portable Harman Woshi tape recorder, whatever that means. I mean Woshi. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Let's talk to Tiago. Maybe he knows the password.
Oh, hey, Wei. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Have you by any chance heard the viejita say the password to her radio computer?
Too many times, Ese. You need it for something.
Yeah.
No need to overdo it. He won't mind sharing it with you.
Oh, that's good. Yes. Just tell me what's the password, thank you.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
Suggestion is incredible, I love it. Challenging! We passed the challenging check, that's cool.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Pequeña small, I think.
I think we're done here, Ese.
Oh. Really? So we won't talk to him again?
That was an interesting conversation.
Yes, it was.
However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
It's a part of a bigger picture. Don't worry. I'll explain it to you. Right, I'm kidding. But, you know, I really think I'm getting attached to Kim. He's not that bad. I hope.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Play?
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
100 years old.
Good afternoon, votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Yes, let's try it again.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Sure.
Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
What are you, a machine or are you alive? I think she's alive.
Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
Aw, hello, Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are paranoid.
Yvonne, my partner here tells me that you're here because radio computer guys are all paranoid. No, I don't want to betray him like that. Okay, but where are you? How did you know where I am?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. It's my job to know where you are, votre accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with audio equipment. Thousands of tiny lights are reflected back from her prescription lenses, like stars in the dark.
That's quite poetic.
Doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all by herself.
Doesn't it get lonely?
Lonely? Why would it get lonely? I get to talk all day to people like you over a warm cup of tea.
That's nice.
That's why she does this.
This is so cute. I like this conversation a lot.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do for you, votre accident.
Oh, thank you.
Goodbye, votre accident.
Bye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
That is so cool. Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
A month ago isn't a while. I was thinking that it's the opposite. It's not that long ago. Do you think this log might be connected to the case? Of course.
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
I don't know. Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving.
I think it's beautiful.
What was that about narcotics?
Nothing.
This could prove to be interesting.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Maybe she's a scientist or something? Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers.
Who are these people?
But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads.
True.
The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Alright, so there was some data breach or something. A data loss, artist, programmers, Lexi. Who are all those people?
Her friends? Colleagues? She must be quite educated if she knew how to set up all this machinery.
Now I really want to know who we're talking about. Data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying.
Kim, you need to know.
Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
You see, he's interested now.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
Great.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Ooh.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
You see, he is interested. I'm so happy, Kim.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Audio spatial anomaly.
Is she talking about?
Yeah.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
So somehow the data got into that swallow?
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Oh, that's why there is water. Interesting. Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Disco man.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, She got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Yeah, it could be Asal.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air.
Our Harrier needs some toothpaste.
Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
No, we need to continue.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
No. We need to read. Soona. We're busy. Go away. Please. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer. Why isn't she talking to us?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Of course. She glares at you as she holds down the off button.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We are here on a side case representing certain music venue organizers. We are not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead searching for my lost identity. Why can't we say anything about our case?
You won't find any answers from here.
Why? You hear the machine, we're back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room.
No.
I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We haven't.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Of course. What is here?
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
I know it's obvious for anyone who has ever seen this game, but the art and just the creativity is incredible. Wait, the lungs. Why do I think it's significant? Where have I seen it? The lungs. I don't remember.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress.
You should kneel.
You should kneel.
All right.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure behind you. It covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope.
This was so cool.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Remorse, mourning, compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Oh, so he is a little bit religious.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Who is this?
It's Dolores Dei.
Yes.
The old woman was right. This is the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials.
Oh.
We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
A pang of guilt. The lieutenant is leaving something out.
Whoa, that's so interesting. Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Oh, that's why, because we are the police.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Conducted this raid.
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
This is so interesting. This is such a, it's not even a side quest. It's like a side story. You're not sure.
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Wait, let me just change my clothes. We need visual, calculus, and encyclopedia. Right, let's try.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Let's try.
Despite the
Good.
damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Dei, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene la Navigateur, Queen of Serene, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
That's obvious.
Draped in ancient sadness. Are you sure you want to remember this bit of historic trivia? Standing under a long, slender form like this, dwarfed?
Yes.
Yes! Big bummer! Boring history! Gotta keep it light, man! Keep it moving! Get fucked up instead!
No, thank you, Necktie. It's like another electrochemistry. Where is this coming from? Right, better not to go poking any further. Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state. A scalpel, a piercing gaze.
This is so cool. And what is this figure, by the way? Is it just to symbolize, a church worker?
She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
As I understand, the innocence means like a saint? How come?
It was on her advice that Irene la Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history, the DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest.
That is why it's glowing here.
Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress.
Wait, what is innocence?
The highest category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate innocentic rule should it coincide with our time.
Interesting.
An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
But what does it mean? Like, what if she makes a bad decision? Is one in the office now? I don't think so.
No, we are alone.
When did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Dei, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state.
Oh.
And then there were the resettlement programs.
So, as I understand, the innocence gains almost absolute power. And of course, they might use this power for terrible things. And no one can stop them, really.
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity.
This is fascinating, really.
She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Dei often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role,
Of course.
which was to introduce Dolores Dei to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Lieutenant Yefreighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Yes, because we need to think, Kim.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case. Yes, that's what I was thinking.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case.
Not directly, of course, Kim, but it's like maybe there was a portrait of her somewhere, something like this, you know?
None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
No.
An imperceptible tinge of fear. The lieutenant is afraid of this place.
And I have another item for visual calculus. Give me a second. Yes, here it is. Maybe another one? I don't think so, but let's just check. Wait. Oh, it's also glasses. Let's try.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass, a A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad. The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack.
Alright. And wait, we have 3 skill points, so I think I can use one for pain threshold because we are going to open the door. Maybe also for suggestion. Yes, I do want suggestion. And we will leave one just in case if we need some additional checks. Yeah, sounds great. Hey, can we talk to you, please?
What is it?
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
We didn't really ask for her CV, but alright, Soona.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Have you seen the Crabman?
Nope.
But you did. But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And
the Crabman has seen you.
I don't care. I don't care about crabmen.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
True. Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
I'm not touching anything. Why do you need this antenna?
I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefect processing unit.
What?
RAIN prefect. My radio computer.
And that antenna is processing unit.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I know a little.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Got it. What's on air?
On the front. The unified front of radio waves. Licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region.
She sounds so annoyed.
It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Is it good?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians.
Thanks for your recommendations.
Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
What about those bowls of water?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
Don't
Thanks.
be so worried. I'm not touching anything. What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
I know. I mean, what are you working on?
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casts in her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh
No.
for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
I'm just talking to you.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Oh, you know, I get it. I also can't concentrate when I'm like talking to other people and doing something, especially if, you know, I need to listen to words and produce words at the same time. It's difficult. Right, I'll try not to touch anything.
Great.
How do you feel about Nordic dance music?
What? I hate it.
Why? Same here. It just doesn't connect. No. Okay. Whoa. That was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you think about a club for Nordic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo. Maybe some community space to help the elderly. I really want to say this.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you?
No,
Thanks.
I know what they want. It was so funny. You're no fun, Soona.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
Yes. There is a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
2mm hole in the world.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
True.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
What?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Failure. Of course. Logic failure, the story of my life. Hold on a moment, does it mean we're living in a world that has holes? I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist. I don't know, I'm not here for some science. I think the first one, because at least it shows interest.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out? You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Yeah, she grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
I don't think so. Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the
Oh,
shed.
that's what we could see if we didn't fail the check, right?
Strange things may flourish in the dark.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible?
No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
What about other supernatural entities?
I don't believe in them either.
What not many know is necroplasma exists. What?
Great. What are we talking about? And why?
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
No, I like talking to you. That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world.
Great. Thanks.
Alright, let's leave it like that. And I see that this episode is probably be the longest one. I hope you don't mind. And I hope you had fun. I wish you the most wonderful day. See you soon. Bye.